everybody and welcome to my video getting tidier. I hope you're all well and I hope you're all getting tidier. Thank you so much for the comments on my last post. Now many of you are doing the 99 knockout challenge, so we should say thank you to that awkward mum. For those of you that didn't follow her, I know that you now are. So she's so funny. I really like watching her videos. I watched them ages and ages ago and then I had a break and then she had a break. And when she came back, she's continued posting some really funny videos. So you can see that I started off this video with doing some sorting in the bathroom. I think that I could actually get rid of 99 things in my little ensuite, but we'll see. Maybe that'll be a challenge for another day. You'll see that I start doing the washing. I also need to clear the stairs because the stairs are getting kind of built up. Things are overflowing my basket. You'll see me putting some washing out. You'll see me putting all the washing on the line. And also you'll see me doing quite a lot in the kitchen just to keep the kitchen maintained. Lovely blue skies here at the moment. It's lovely and warm. And then I test my Henry Hoover in my own house because you know that I bought my Henry Hoover. I bought it for business use, but I decided that I would just see what my own carpets came up like. So I hoovered my carpet, hoovered part of the stairs and hoovered my daughter's bedroom. And boy, it really gets all the long hair up, which I was really pleased about. And then right at the very end of the video, you'll see me on my bike because I decided to do a bike ride before I had lunch. I'm now at the heaviest that I've ever been and I really need to lose some weight. I've never tried to lose weight before, so I'm kind of a little bit in the dark with all of this. I've previously gone on like exercise regimes, but I've never thought to myself, right, I need to lose some weight. I'm not in the way that I am at the moment. I've kind of just thought, oh, my trousers are a bit tighter. And I just continue it all. I need to do a bit more walking and I just, do my own thing. Dusty. But I really do feel like I've put on too much weight and I need to lose some. So I've said that. I've actually said those words now. So I've got to keep to it. So I decided to get bike before my lunch to kind of get my system working so my metabolism can get a bit quicker. And I took out my leaflets for my Fiat 500 convoy. So I'm going to do a convoy in May of all the Fiat 500s for charity. And every car will pay an entrance fee. I'm hoping to get some business sponsorship, but we'll see. And we'll drive from the city of Norwich out to Great Yarmouth. So I decided to go around on my bike and to hunt for Fiat 500s, and I managed to find 7. Various family members are also taking out leaflets, and when they spot one, they're putting the leaflet on the windscreen. So hopefully we'll get lots in the convoy and we'll raise lots of money for charity. Please cross your fingers for me. So the weather is really sunny, but actually we'd got a couple of days where it was a bit cloudy and it was quite cold late at night and first thing in the morning. And my radiators switched on, so I thought, oh great, here's an opportunity. The radiators are switched on, so I hung some things on the radiators. But I think very soon the radiators will be turned off because we're not going to need the central heating. There was 1 or 2 mornings where I felt really hot because the central heating had switched in. And it's just nice being able to get the washing out on the line as much as possible. I really like that. It's so nice. I just think the washing smells different when everything is on the line. So we've had a good few days. I'm now recording this as sort of the first couple of days of the week. So yesterday was my day where I went shopping. I took loads of things to the dump, had a bike ride, had a relaxing lunch in the sunshine, which was nice. And then I did some work in the house and also did some work in my greenhouse, which was lovely. Then Tuesday I worked most of the day. Wednesday I'm due to work and I'm also out of the house. And then Thursday I've got meetings most of the day, and then Friday I've got meetings and we're getting ready to go back to the northeast. So if you're not already following my channel, Emma's Life in Norfolk, please look me up and you'll see what I get up to. I tend to post more things in terms of my life outside of the home and kind of getting tidier on that channel, because I know many of you just like to watch this and watch me get tidy as opposed to other things. I did notice yesterday, because I'd done the bike ride, I'd done the hoovering, and using Henry uses kind of different muscles. And then I went on a walk last night with my friend for about an hour, and so we did quite a long walk. I sat down on the sofa when I got home and had a glass of water, and when I got up I really ached. And I said to my husband, oh my goodness, I really ache. And he said, oh, it's the biking. I said, don't know if it's the biking or it's just the combination of doing lots of things, but I've got to move more. I've got to move more and eat less. That's what I've got to do. It's not easy. Anyone got any tips and ideas, then please let me know. I've definitely noticed that once I got to 40, my metabolism did change. When I used to give up things for Lent, I used to very visibly lose weight, and I didn't do it to lose weight. That just used to happen like that. Whereas now, I think I could give up chocolate for like 6 months and not lose any weight. It's like your body does cling on to fat in a completely different way. But I'm really determined, and I've got to keep talking about it to ensure I keep focused. So please ask me how I'm getting on. We also bought some new scales, because the scales that we'd had were ones that I think we'd had as a wedding present. And they just really were past it. They weren't accurate at all. So my husband's bought some decent scales so I can actually see how bad the starting point is right from the very beginning. So I'm going to go through some of your comments in a minute, but before I do, just a reminder, if you haven't liked this video, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, which of course is free, there's no fee to join, to subscribe or anything like that on my channel. If you haven't already, please do, because when I get to 4,000 followers, subscribers, I'm going to do my giveaway. And my giveaway is going to involve giving some of my ladybird timers away. So those of you that have been following me for a while will know that I use a ladybird to time myself. And if you're interested in receiving one of those ladybirds, then please add a comment to my channel, and I'm making a list of all the people who would like to be in with a chance of winning one. So the first comment that I'm going to go through is from Decluttering Queen, and Decluttering Queen says, I've got a few bags to take to the charity shop tomorrow. Great to get rid of things. Take care. So I said, well done. And Decluttering Queen followed up to say, things are gone, and it's a great feeling when it's gone out of the house. I agree with you. Esther Armstrong says, I love this method and video. So Esther was talking about my 99 challenge. Cami says, job well done. Cami also said, if you only use all-purpose cleaner, you could get rid of all your other cleaners. Just make it yourself. It's like vinegar and water and a few drops of dish soap and alcohol to make it antibacterial. Thank you, Cami. So I do tend to use vinegar, but I'm using up all these different sprays. I don't want to bin them, so I'm going to use them up, and then once I've used them up, I won't be buying all these different ones again. And to be honest, it's generally my husband that buys them. I don't buy all these different ones. He's bought them in the past. Michelle says, I listen to Shannon Terren's channel for thrifting and have done for years. Now, she's great. Give her a try, and her mum as well. They declutter together, both their homes. She's a go-to every time I need a push to get rid of things. She's the best. Oh, I have to look her up. I've not heard of her before. Karen Howard says, we always put Dettol in a wash basin at guide camp for everyone to dip their hands in before meals. That's interesting. I insist that they wash their hands with soap and water. Gina sent me a little image of a heart. Now, a couple of you have also updated me on the weather. I think it's because you saw the blossom trees in my video and the blue skies, and yet you're having snow. So Karen Howard said that yesterday they had snow. There's freezing rain today, so had to postpone the combined birthday party to next weekend. Lovely to see the blossoming tree. Well, I hope next weekend is much nicer weather. I cross my fingers for you. Kimberly Woods says, your windowsill looks so much better, just clean and tidy and pretty. Thank you. Sheba of Nottingham says the song 99 Red Balloons is by a German band, Nina, and the original German language song is called 99 Luftballons. Thank you for that. I wasn't aware of that. Karen says you'll be happy to hear that you went from 54 to 44 at one point. So you decluttered more than you thought. And I replied to say I need to watch it back. I can't believe that I went down from 55 to 44. 11 items. What a sweet find. All those cards from your first Christmas and birthday. I love how you're getting more into decluttering as time goes on. I am, Karen, because I want rid of a lot of this stuff that is taking up space in my life. Katharina Montague. Oh, hello, how are you? And she says, hi, Emma. I think you're not a clutter bug anymore, but now you got the declutter bug. I find once you started, it gets a kind of dynamic. It becomes easier and at some point enjoyable. Life is lighter with less stuff, and you are already on your way to establishing your own system. I enjoy seeing you making so much progress and sharing parts of your life, so thank you for keeping us entertained. What a really lovely, lovely comment. Thank you very much. I definitely have changed in the course of the last year. So even though I was doing this last year, last Easter we went to Holland, as many of you know. If you haven't seen that video, please do look it up. And you can see where I'm tidying up and cleaning up in some of the places we stayed. And when we were there, me and my daughter enjoyed looking in the gift shops, and I didn't buy much, but for example, I did buy some of these stroop waffles, I think that's what they're called, in order to get the tins, because I wanted the tins. And okay, now I don't know where to put the tins, and I won't be buying that sort of thing when we go back to Holland in a couple of weeks. So I do definitely want to get myself some socks. They have some lovely socks, all with tulips on and all sorts. And I do want to get some new socks. I've recently got rid of some that have got holes in. But otherwise, I'm just not interested in buying things. So I think it's been a bit of a transition. So about 2 years ago, I really, really needed to save money and stop spending. And like I've said to you many times, I didn't think I did spend much money, but I realised that I would go into a shop and just buy the odd thing that all added up. I stopped doing that. So then I'd go into a garden centre and have a look and not feel the need to spend any money. And I was happy with that. I'm definitely not so interested in going shopping because I used to get the enjoyment from buying things. I don't get that enjoyment in the same way now because I get a lot of enjoyment from saving, which I think is a different mindset. So, you know, I definitely have changed. So I changed about 2 years ago, and then there was another shift where I still would not buy things generally, but I would buy things on holiday and gift shops. And now I'm starting to look at things and just think, where am I going to put that? Where am I going to put those tins? And now I have actually got 2 tins that's sitting on my kitchen floor from when I decluttered the pantry because I just don't have a purpose for them. So it definitely changes your perspective the longer the time goes on. Sarah Richards says, hi Emma, just to let you know I don't get ads when I'm watching you either. Not that I'm complaining. I don't know why some people get ads and some people don't. Does anybody else know? Deja Grenage says, I love watching all your videos. You're doing a great job. Happy Sunday blessings and happy spring. And that's from Stacey. Thanks a lot, Stacey. Dulcie Rose says, hi Emma. I have been watching your videos but not commented for a couple of weeks. Yes, I had noticed that, Dulcie. I was thinking about you, wondering if you're okay. And I've also noticed that Brooke's been very quiet. So Brooke, I hope you're okay. And Holly has been very quiet. So we knew that Holly went into hospital to do with the baby, but we've not heard anything since. So we're sending our thoughts and our best wishes to those that we've not heard of from recently. So Brooke, I hope you're okay. And Holly, I hope you and the baby are fine and doing well. So Dulcie says, my housework and decluttering have been on hold. Also now I feel like I've gone back. I don't think reset should take as long as it used to. It's been good watching you declutter 99 things. I don't think I could take it on myself as it would take me too long. And the good thing about these challenges is just do a challenge which is right for you. So if you feel like 99 would take too long or not be possible, then do something which is a stretch, but not a stretch too far that you end up giving up. So, I don't know, 29, 39? So I'm sorry to hear that things have gone back, but it's super that reset is not going to take as long as it used to. So that's good. Rebecca Corsa Wallace says, I love your vlogs, Emma. You're doing amazingly. I hope you had a lovely Mother's Day. I've had a really nice day. I'm glad about that, Rebecca. And I replied to say, I'm glad you had a lovely day. You deserved it. What did you get up to? Rainy Milliman says, I found that interesting what you said about the breathing benefit of playing the flute. I never thought about it much, but when I played the flute, I would tease other people who played various wind instruments that had to work harder because half of my breathing just went into the air. However, my dad was asthmatic, as was my sister. I never, knock on wood, have had asthma, although I used to get bronchitis quite often. I just wonder if playing the flute may have helped me with that. I would say definitely. My son is asthmatic, and believe me, there are many times that his health was aggravated because of it. I have to say you did a wonderful job sorting out your back door area. Isn't it great to feel accomplished when you do a job like that? It's so nice to see such obvious results. I hope some of your new habits start to rub off on your husband a bit more. If you can bring it out to the area where it's meant to be sorted, just take those whole extra 3 minutes to just put it where it belongs. Your future self will thank you. And happy Mother's Day. Thank you, Rainey. Super comment as always. Very much appreciate that. And I do think my husband and daughter are looking at things differently. I definitely think my husband is more inclined to get rid of things, which is great. And my daughter has been saying, oh, we can get rid of that. She's also been doing great at keeping the table clear. Although, unfortunately, it's been a bit more of a challenge for her because I've had my seeds all over the table and she's not sure where to put them. So I do need to tidy them up. So you can see after being busy out in the garden, I came back into the kitchen, made my lunch, and I don't know whether I caught on camera. Did you see the bit where I was topping up all the containers on my little shelving unit? So the risotto rice was low, there were other things that were low, so I was topping them up. And I saw the brown rice was low. So I got the brown rice out of the cupboard, which I might add, the top had not been folded down, which is not something that I do. I always fold it over, the same as the flour. And I poured it into the canister. Thankfully, I didn't lose that much rice because the bit that I'd only got a small amount in the canister, or the little, glass container, so to speak. I poured it right to the top, and I thought, oh, there's a couple of bits of husk there. Let me take those out so I don't pour them into the saucepan when I go to eat this rice. And as I looked at the husk was moving. And there was like 3 bits of moving husk. It makes me itch thinking about it. I then looked in the packet and there were other type, I don't know, weevil type creatures. I said to my husband, I was thinking, well, can I just take the weevil creatures out and the rice be okay if I wash it? And then I thought, no, because there'll be eggs in it, won't there? Oh, so I didn't lose that much at the bottom of my glass container because there was not much to start with, but I just poured it all in the food bin. The other thing that I found yesterday, which I didn't catch on camera, I saw a couple of potatoes that were sprouting in my pantry, so I brought my potatoes, as well where I put my potatoes, my onions and carrots because it's dark, and it was fine if there were a couple of sprouting, but a couple had completely gone for it. They'd gone to mush, so it was really good that I've caught it now. Otherwise, you end up getting like flies. Oh, so my husband had got loads and loads of food waste to get rid of, unfortunately. And then you'll see me in my daughter's bedroom just doing a really quick reset, tidying up quickly and just hoovering all over the floor. Now this hoover is super duper. It's got much better than my Dyson. I think it's because my Dyson, probably the filter needs to be improved. Not improved, it needs to be cleaned. But this, as the suction on it is really strong, and it's bringing up all the hair, as in not animal hair, because obviously we don't have any pets, but our long hairs, mine and my daughter's. So I managed to get a lot up, so I was very pleased with that. When my daughter came home, she said, what's happened to my carpet? I said, that's just because the the Hoover is more powerful. So it's kind of made it come up a bit nicer and better. Yes, you'll see me tidying around my daughter's room now. So I'm going to go through a couple more of your comments. So Claire de Bois says, hello Emma, thank you for another brilliant video. East Sussex on the south coast of England includes Eastbourne, where I live, Hastings and Beachy Head. I was wondering if you ever tried the non-stick oven tray liners. I buy mine from Poundland, so they're not expensive. They last quite a long time and are incredibly easy to wash. Oh, they don't get put in the bin, you wash them. Certainly beats having to scrub an oven tray. Enjoy your week as the weather is meant to be much warmer and sunnier. That's interesting. So I didn't read that properly because I replied and said, I don't know that part of England. I don't know that part of England at all. But I'd never heard of these liners. I said, do you put them on the tray and then put them in the bin? I've binned one tray as the black bits were flaking off it. And so Claire's come back to me. Oh, thanks very much, Claire. Claire says, hi, Emma. No, you don't bin them until they maybe tear or are no longer non-stick. They're literally sheets of non-stick metal. I usually replace mine maybe twice a year, and all you do is wash them with your other washing up. I will see if I can find a link for you. I think they are brilliant. Never heard anything like this. I get absolutely sick with my trays, and I do clean them, but they get blacker and blacker and blacker. Now, I know someone would say I'm not cleaning them properly, but I've got no idea how they get black like that. All around the whole thing, even where there hasn't been food. I guess it's burnt on. I don't know, is it grease? I'm not sure. But one, I'd cleaned it all, and then the little bits of black I noticed were slowly coming off. And then Decluttering Queen also replied to Claire to say that her mum was originally from Bexhill. I don't know that part of England at all. I've travelled quite a lot around England. I wouldn't say extensively, but quite a lot. But I've not visited that part at all. Just Morticia says, Emma, you are doing exceptional. You're a wonderful person and I love your videos. Oh, that's kind of you. We got snow last night here in Wyoming. Wow, so still cold in quite a few places with snow and a frost. Wow. So I've reached the end of my video. So thank you so much to those of you that have followed me right to the end and continually follow my journey and support me. This video you can find on Emma's Life in Norfolk if you're interested, and you'll see what I'm planting. So thank you very, very much. Thank you for all your lovely likes and comments, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!